In this video, we're going to briefly talk about numeracy in today's world. So, there are many basic ideas of calculating and estimating and interpreting data. And when we do these things from visual displays of data, and when you convey this mathematical knowledge via language or writing among the skills required, this is called to be numerate. So if we're able to interpret and calculate and analyze data from visual displays like graphs, charts, pictures, anything like that, that kind of conveys a mathematical language, through these diagrams, etc., etc. If we're able to interpret these things, then we're numerate, or we have this ability to analyze this type of data, which is an important skill to have. For example, something as simple as a plastic bag designed to hold trading cards will hold up to 8 cards. Okay, so those plastic sheets that you have, you insert cards to kind of protect them. Each sheet will hold 8 cards, and the question is, how many pages will be needed to store 530 cards? So if you take the total of 530 cards and divide it by 8, because each page is designed to hold 8 cards, so we want to know how many 8s we'll divide into that 530, we'll get 66 with the remainder of 2. So that tells me that we need 66 bags, but the remainder of 2 will be another sheet that you'll have to add to put the remaining 2 cards in it. So in theory, you would need 67 plastic pages, not 66, because you can't buy a portion of a page. You have to buy the whole thing for the 2 cards. So you would need 67 plastic pages. This would be an example of interpreting this kind of problem, okay? And then additionally, if you look at this pie chart, which is the international travelers to the United States, in 2019, approximately 50.2 million people visited the U.S. from just the top 5 countries of origin. And Canada, as you can see, the pie chart has 41%, all 10% for the United Kingdom, 36% for Mexico, 8% for Japan, and 5% for China. So we want to use this graph to find out what share was from Canada, or from Japan, or from China, okay? And if we look at the sector for Canada on top, you can see that's 41% of international visitors from Canada, okay? So China has 5% and Japan has 18%. So when we go ahead and add 5% from China plus 8% from Japan, we get a 13% value in total, okay, of international travelers that were from Japan or China. Okay, so when you use the phrase "or," you're going to include both countries. So 5% and 8% will give you 13%. All right, so just basic information like that will help us interpret and analyze data from graphs and charts and tables, etc., etc. So another simple example, if a gardener wants to fertilize 750 African violets, each container of fertilizer will supply up to 65 plants. How many containers will be needed to do this job? Well, if you have a total of 750 African violets, and you know that each container contains 65 plants, we can take 750 and divide it by 65, and you will get 11.5 containers. But we have to remember that it has to be a whole, or an appropriate counting number, a whole number. So the gardener will need a total of 12 containers, okay? Can't buy a half a container, you need to buy the whole thing, right? So logic will tell me that I would need 12 whole containers to do the job. So hope you found this video very helpful, and thank you so much for watching.